major client is railways, definitely, and we are focusing on the railways. I explained there are 4 different segments of railways, wherein the wagon, coach, track, and also the locomotive. In future, we would like to diversify into another segment of the railways, because you see the component which you are manufacturing. These are all our critical components, and the automotive industry, wherein we are making alloy steel components, where the automotive company makes HG iron or CI iron components, which are not as high value addition work compared to what we are doing in the railways. And future of the railway industry is very bright. Seeing our clients being already filled with orders for next 4 to 5 years, so we are in a comfortable and a happy place. So we will be diversifying by integration of new product line into various segments of railways.
And so light on currently what is the export and what is the export going to be in the coming 5 years?
We are not exporting. Currently we are also not exporting. We are supplying to other private companies of India. We are not exporting.
Any plans of exporting the components to other manufacturers overseas?
So the components which we are manufacturing, they are approved by the RDA, which is the Indian Railway Authority, which we are allowed to supply to Indian Railway itself. When the components which are made in US and UK for the railways, they are much of higher technology, higher capabilities compared to what products which are being manufactured in the Indian industries. So we would like to integrate the technology from there and fill it in the Indian railway industry, which is growing faster instead of catering the market outside. Our capacity was around 4,060 metric ton. Last financial year in June, we took a 100% expansion by introducing new induction furnace which is the bottleneck, and got a capacity to around 8,070 metric ton. So last year when we closed the financial year, we were using across 70% of the capacity. So we plan to use the remaining capacity within this year, and the next financial year the money which we are raising for the new plant would be ready, and we would be using that initial capacity which is around 1,030 metric ton per month. The complete capex, which is of 50 crore, would be going in the building in the plant and machinery for the new manufacturing plant.
Thank you.
Other vendors also, which are approved by RDSO, where railway can get these products from those people also. But before 2020, you see the wagon industry, it was not doing very good. It was when the railway segment gave the 90,000 wagon orders to the government of India, and the privatization came in, where the private companies were starting giving the orders, and the DFCC project came in. Then the railways wagon industry started booming, and where the requirement of new vendors and new product line increased rapidly. So in that opportunity, we plan to establish this facility and cater the market.
You are what we call a monopoly. There's a monopoly. You are a monopoly. You want one talent, railways.
No. A client base, if you see, is very wide. Which are
Jupiter,
no.
and X-Matter.
No, a client base is very wide, sir. It would be 16 zonal railways, which are the Eastern Railway, Northern Railway, Western Railway. There are tenders every day, where how much order we need, we can quote and pick up the orders from there. Further, the 4 manufacturing units of the railway, which is the ICF, MCF, RCF, and all the private companies, which are the 10 wagon manufacturers like Titagarh, Jupiter, Oriental, Sail, Rise, Texmaco, and the 20 bogie builders, which are like Jindal, which are like Anjali Rail, Sheet Kedar Metals. These are, so we have more than 50 clients which we are catering to as well.
But the margins are fixed by the railway price. Is the price fixed by the railway?
Prices are not fixed by the railways. So there are 2 clients I explained we are catering to, is the government and the private. So government is completely on the tender basis, wherein we quote the tender, and who is L1, approved vendors are allowed to quote, and who is L1 will get the order. Secondly, the private company, wherein they quote in the inquiries according to the orders they get, we quote, and according to our competitive pricing and the licensing, we get the orders.
Last question, what is the current book value, sir?
Order book, we have more.
No, book value.
I would just like to give it to you.
I'll just check and get back to you. Give me a second.
It's approximately 35.
Congratulations, Loya.
Hello. Manufacturing, these companies are not there with us. They are into manufacturing of different components. The component which we are manufacturing, the process we are following. The companies would be Atul Engineering, Frontier Alloy Steels, and NKI Industries. And these companies are also all mid-level companies which have been there into business since years and manufacturing these components. So, such MSME units take us. Yes, we have a competition with them. So it is our price, our quality, which plays a role, and there is enough market for everyone in the to cater. So there is not like any fight for the demand. Like there is no such understanding about any of
Selling.
No, sir. Sir, that's what I'm telling you. The requirement is for 1,000. We are able to manufacture 600 right now. So no one is going to reduce price to supply to anyone. So for example, I'll tell you the railways. It's not double the market what the private lines are. So private lines are manufacturing 4,000 wagons per month, whereas the railway maintenance, which comes is 10,000 per month. We are catering just 10% to them and 90% to the private, just leaving that market because their margins higher and the payment cycle is much better in the private. So there is enough space for everyone to cater, and there is enough extension. All people are going towards in the wagon industry. So there is no understanding.